Okay, going live. I know it's been a long time since I've gone live, and I figured I'd come on here because my hair is processing. And I know you guys like watching the videos of me doing my own hair, so that's what I'm doing today is I'm at the salon. You can see nobody's here. I specifically asked if anybody was going to be in the salon today, so that way I could record doing my hair because I think it's been over a year since the last time I've recorded doing my hair, and I figured I would try to do it for you guys this time. I haven't colored my hair since May. It's been like 8 or 9 months, and so you can see like the color that it was. I don't know what I'm going for this time. I know what I have in mind, but the last time that I colored my hair, hello, thank you, good to see you too. The last time that I colored my hair, it got like, I use Schwarzkopf Balmy with 20 volume. Of course, I'm like foiling my own hair. So then it's gonna sit there for like 2-3 hours or whatever. And so when it's processing, it's like practically white. And so the color I was gonna put on top of it was like this copper gold color, because the time that I colored my hair before that, it was like very vibrant orange. And so I was like, I kind of want to blend the grow out from that, but I don't want to go as intense. I want to foil and leave my hair in this time. So I was hoping to go a little bit brighter also for summertime. This is last year. And when I put the toner on my hair, it literally turned it pink. And I was like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? My hair is pink right now. Thankfully, it was on myself. Like, for anybody else that's a hairstylist watching, like, why is it that we can do a good job on ourselves, or why is it we can do a good job on our clients, but if we're foiling and doing our own hair, then that's usually like when we jack up the service, like we'll mess our own hair up. So anyways, I know what I have in mind for my hair. I kind of want to go like a lighter, kind of like these lighter, like warmer tones, and then maybe keep it a little bit more blonde around my face, just because I'm getting so like, not a whole bunch, I'm getting a little bit more silvery gray, like in these spots right here. And so I kind of want to blend that a little bit more. And I feel like if I go too warm on my face, then that won't blend very good as it grows out. So my goal is to just be a little bit more blonde. So that's what I'm doing. And we'll see. I'll show you guys in the video that I'm recording. You guys will see it. So, but look. Thank you, Adley. Thank you for watching. Look how it's still pretty orange, which I want to go a little bit lighter, but we'll see what happens. But yeah, I kind of I wanted to come on here. I feel really bad because I know that I feel like a lot of my subscribers don't even know me anymore, and I feel bad for that because I was uploading really regularly before, like 3 to 4 times a week, which is crazy because like last year I went like 8 months without uploading, and then I've just been really bad. So now what? Well, my goal is, I uploaded in November again, and my intention, I uploaded a few videos like October, I think I started uploading videos again, and I was uploading more regularly. I had just a handful that I had uploaded, but then, and I talk about this in my video I'm going to upload, or maybe I won't, I don't know. But the algorithm falls really bad around holidays. And so I was trying to boost my algorithm back up when I started uploading again this past fall. And I knew when November was coming around Thanksgiving. So say my daily views that people watch on my channel is, say it's like, just as a random number, but say it's like 10,000 people, I'll get like 10,000 views in one day on my channel. Well, when a holiday hits, like any major holiday, like 4th of July, Thanksgiving, Christmas or whatever, those views will drastically drop down to like maybe 1,000 views a day for that day, because like everybody's out doing stuff with their family, so nobody's watching. I get it. But it takes me about a month to regain that algorithm back to like the 10,000 views that I previously had. So what happens during, I've had a few years now on here, what I've learned that my views drop really bad at Thanksgiving, and then I'm trying super, super hard again to regain my algorithm on my video on my channel, and then Christmas will come again, and then my algorithm will fall even worse because I still haven't regained my algorithm from what it was before. So then it keeps falling worse and worse and worse. So I just decided, since I was already like trying to rebuild my algorithm, since I had gone practically the whole year without uploading. I know this is, I hope this like doesn't make, I hope this makes sense to you guys. Sorry if I'm rambling, but so I just thought like, I'm just gonna wait until the new year, because I don't wanna try to like rebuild my algorithm for not uploading for the whole year, and then it just falls anyways because of the holidays. So it's the new year. I had intentions of uploading videos earlier in the year, but I was dealing with a whole bunch of like health stuff that I was trying to like get my stuff together. So anyways, here we are, the end of January. I'm gonna try really hard to like upload. Even though I haven't been uploading, I have been recording. So my goal and intention is to start uploading again at least once a week. Lord Jesus, please help me just upload once a week, Lord. So that's my goal. That's my intention. So let me see what you guys are saying. So Ali says, I love how you explain things on all your videos and literally show everything step by step. I learned so much from you than the actual beauty school. Thank you. I'm really glad that you learn a lot. Let me tell you something. It's my anxiety that I explain so much. It's because I'm so anxious that I'm so worried that if I'm not explaining something to you in the right way, then my mind will like go in circles to make sure I explain every possible different point of view in every different way to make sure that you guys are understanding it. It's my anxiety. So you can say thank you to my anxiety. Just keep posting at my own pace, girl. Don't worry about the algorithm. I worry about the algorithm. I just worry because I was doing so long. I was trying to build and whatever. So anyways, Mara, sorry, I hope I'm saying your name right. I missed you in your videos anyways. Thank you. Yeah, now, thank you for waiting patiently for me, you guys. Please, but I can't even like say your name. So please tell me, shall I go darker or redo my highlights and stay blonde? The question is, do you want to stay, are you going to want to go back to blonde anyways? If you're going to want to go back to blonde regardless, even if you color your hair darker because you think it's a fresh start and it's just like you even canvas by coloring it darker, don't do that, because that blonde is still underneath there. And then if you try to go blonde on top of the dark that was previously blonde, you're just going to cause damage. So I would just try to like figure out your hair, try to blend whatever it is that you have. If you want to go darker and stay darker for like a long time, like years, then go darker. But if you know that your ultimate goal is to be blonde, then absolutely do not go darker, because you're just going to cause damage in the long run. So I'm going to update you guys on some stuff that's been going on in my life. So I was having some like really bad like panic attack. Raise your hand if you deal with anxiety. I'll go first. So I don't know if anybody here is like Christian or believes in God or whatever, but I'm Christian, and I like my pastor at church talks about like giving yourself over to the Lord and sacrificing yourself and giving yourself over to the Lord, whether that's like your like finances or your health or whatever. So I feel like I've given pretty much everything over to the Lord except for my health, and that's because I've been having these like really bad fears for, I'm not kidding you when I say 20 years. Like I've had some medical things that has gone on over the last 20 years that in my mind, I thought was like literally cancer. I thought it was like brain tumor. Like I just had these things going on where I'm just like, oh my God, I'm dying. Like I had a lump in my chest and I thought it was breast cancer, and it took me months to go in and get it checked out, and it wasn't. But I just have these fears inside of me, and I know what it comes from. It's from I'm sorry, Mom, if you ever hear this, but when I was younger, I'd always sleep by the fireplace when I was like 16 or whatever. And my mom would always say to me, this is like after high school, my mom would say to me, like, you're sick, there's something wrong with you, you need to go to the doctor, you're sick, there's something wrong. So like I've always got this like thing in my head that's always telling me that I'm sick or there's something wrong with me. And so anytime they're like, if there's something going on, like a pain in my stomach, oh my God, I must have a tumor in my stomach. Like, it's bad, it's my anxiety, I know that. So I've been dealing with that literally for the last 20 years. I haven't ever said anything to anyone, but like there would be times I'll just be like crying on my way home, thinking like, I need to go to the doctor, but I'm afraid to go to the doctor because if I go to the doctor, they're gonna tell me I only have a few more months to live. Like, horrible. Like, this is the crazy stuff that I've been thinking about. Which I know maybe doesn't make sense to anybody that doesn't have anxiety or doesn't have these fears. So, like finances, and I know the economy is just so bad in general, and I'm sure everybody's feeling the economy right now, and like gas is expensive, and I live in Washington, and like it's really expensive, and then like groceries are crazy and all these things, and so finances are just extra hard. And so like I was feeling this like really bad pain in my stomach and like a lot of pressure and stuff, and I thought for sure like it was a tumor or something because I could like feel it, and I could feel like the pressure like building in my stomach. And anyways, this is November time, whatever. And so this is kind of when I stopped uploading for you guys because I was just stressing out so much about this. Like, I'm not kidding you. There'd be times on my way home from work where I would just be sobbing, crying with stress and anxiety. And then I'd have to pull it together by the time I would get home because I didn't want my son to know that I'm like upset or whatever. So, anyways, I was awake one night and I could feel like my head just shaking, my body was shaking. I could feel my heart pounding, like just stress. And I got so scared. I'm like, I'm gonna have a heart attack or a stroke or something. And so the Lord told me to like reach out to my pastor's wife. And I didn't want to, I knew that I needed to, but the Lord was telling me to reach out to my pastor's wife. And I just said, Lord, if like, we're all family and friends at church and stuff. But like she and I aren't like the type of people that like message back and forth or whatever. So I just told the Lord, I was literally putting it in the Lord's hands. Like, it's the first time that I ever said, okay, Lord, I'm giving you my health. It's the one thing that I haven't given over to you. I'm just giving it over to you now. And so I said, if you want me to talk to my pastor's wife about this, then she needs to contact me first. So the next day she actually ended up messaging me. And again, we're not the type of like people that end up like messaging back and forth. And so I couldn't even open my message because she was just like, hey, hope everything's going good. We missed you at church. I was like, now I've actually got to message her. And I was just too scared. And I was watching, I don't know if you guys know much stories of the Bible. So there's the story about Daniel that was waiting for an answer from the Lord. And he was praying to the Lord, and 21 days go by, and an angel appeared to him, and the angel told him, on the first day that you prayed to the Lord, he heard your prayer, and he sent me to come give you an answer. But in that time frame, evil spirits were fighting against him to prevent him from giving Daniel this answer, right? So I was watching a YouTube video. That story comes on the video that I was watching. And so I was like watching the video, whatever, and it wasn't even the point of the video. It was just that story was a part of it. And so I'm like watching the YouTube video, that comes on, and then I like, after I finished watching the video, then I click onto another video, and that whole story comes on again, where it's talking about like the whole 21 days and waiting for an answer from God or whatever. It was a whole different video, a whole different person, like not even related to the first video, but that story was in it again. So then I click off of that, click onto another video, and again, that story about the 21 days is again in the video. And I'm like, what is going on? Like, our pastor is really big on like being spiritual and like learning from God and spirit. Not just like a lot of churches I feel like are very religious and just read from the Bible, but my church is based off of like, yes, we're spiritual, but it's like based off of the Bible too. But we really focus on like the spiritual side of things. And so I messaged my pastor's wife, and I was like, This is before my stomach, I was having problems, whatever, and before messaging her. And I was like, this is crazy, because pastor says, like, in the Bible, when God says, like, truly, truly, or verily, verily, I say to you, when the Lord repeats himself, it's like, pay attention, he's really trying to talk to you. And so I messaged her, and I was like, I just had this, like, I just watched this video, like 3 times in a row, this story came up, 21 days. Like, there has got to be something happening. And my pastor was like, you have a breakthrough coming through somehow. Like, at this point, I hadn't opened up to anybody about, like, my anxiety and my medical fears that I was having or whatever. Well, then a few days later, that's when I like felt like the pressure in my stomach, and I felt like I was having an issue with my stomach or whatever. And then finally it took me like a week and a half or whatever to finally like actually talk to my pastor's wife about it. And I know in the Bible it says, when 2 or 3 are gathered in my name, then there I will be in the midst with you. And so I just asked her, like, will you come to my doctor's appointment with me and pray with me? Because then if we're there together praying, then the Lord will be with me. And so she agreed. Thank you, Jesus. She came with me to my doctor's appointment. And afterwards, I came to work, and first of all, the doctor was like, I think you have anxiety and I think you need help. I think you need to go on anxiety medication, which he has given me anxiety medication. And yeah, at first when I called, they're like, do you have anxiety? I'm like, no, yes, I have anxiety, but that's not what I'm calling for. And then when I actually went there, they're like, yeah, I think you have anxiety, and I think you do need to deal with it, because you wouldn't feeling all these crazy things if you didn't have anxiety. Anyways, I've been on anxiety medication. So after I had my doctor's appointment, I came to work, and I had my pastor's mom's hair that I was doing, and I was telling her about my doctor's appointment and then the story of Daniel and the 21 days. And she was like, so when was the 21st day? I was like, what are you talking about? She's like, when you first started watching those videos, when was the 21st day? The day that I was watching those videos of the story of Daniel, the 21 days, I counted 21 days. The 21st day was the day that I called to make my appointment to go see a doctor. Like, that is so crazy to me. And I don't know, like, if you guys understand how, like, prophetic that is, but, like, that is so beyond crazy that 21 days exactly fell the day that I called and made my doctor's appointment to, like, I literally gave myself over to the Lord, like, fully. And the night that I was laying awake, and the more that I've become more spiritual, and like the more I've been learning to hear the voice of the Lord, like the more I can hear him speaking to me, the more I've been having visions and dreams. And like, also, this is at church in Marysville, Washington. If you're in Washington, you should come. But like, our pastor teaches us how to like interpret dreams, and to hear dreams and receive dreams from God. And so I was laying in bed when I was like, I don't want to call my pastor's wife. Like, okay, Lord, if you want her to like, she has to message me first. So when I was laying in bed, like I was just like, my mind was going overworking. And so I was laying there, and I had this vision that I told the Lord, like, okay, Lord, like, I sacrificed my whole self to you. Like, Lord, I'm giving myself completely to you. I'm giving my body to you. I'm giving over my health, everything. And I heard the Lord tell me in my head, have joy. This is no longer yours to carry. And it's just so crazy, because like, I felt so much peace in that moment. Like, I can't tell you how much anxiety and fear that I've been having for decades. Like, when our pastor says that fear is a liar, like, I understand what that is now, because the devil was trying to hold me back, and he was giving me all these irrational fears. Like, I had to really sit there and think, like, thank you. Like, faith is so important in healing. Yes, it is. Like, it is so important. And like, the Lord told me to have joy. Like, that wouldn't come from me. Like, I would be like, girl, you're crazy. Like, just stop tripping, right? But no, the Lord told me to have joy, and this is no longer mine to carry. I could hear him telling me that. And from that moment, like, I was still anxious and worried about it, because the devil was still trying to like hold me down. But it's so crazy because at our church, our pastor is like, he calls us to like be prayed for. And I've always been the person where I'm like, I know I need to go up there, but I'm not trying to go up there in front of all these people and get prayed for. And it was like right before the day actually before I was gonna go to my doctor's appointment. And I was just been so under attack with anxiety. Like my body just feels so, you know, when you can just feel it in your stomach and you can feel this anxiety just overwhelming your whole spirit. And like, I just felt so strong, like with anxiety. And so, I just went up to the front of the church and I was like, Pastor knew what was going on with me. He knew the next day I had my doctor's appointment. So he like went up and prayed for me, but what he does now is because he's teaching us all to pray for everybody else. He's like, just because I'm the pastor doesn't mean that I'm the only one that has these gifts. Like the Lord calls all of us to pray for each other and to speak prophetically to each other. So he now has all of us in the church come up front and to like pray for everybody. And it is gonna make me start crying. So I was so anxious to go up there, but like I had so much anxiety in my body. And when the Lord or a pastor put his hands on me and he got like oil and like put it on my forehead, but he was like, fear and anxiety, like I cancel you out in the name of the Lord Jesus Christ. The second he said that, like I felt so much peace like come over my body. I felt so much anxiety, like it all left my body within an instant. Like I haven't felt that kind of peace in a long time. So I'm just so thankful for the Lord that he's like here to bring peace and like healing to people. So anyways, I've been dealing with that stuff for like the last month and a half or whatever. So you guys should come. Even if you don't live in Washington State, like you should, if you guys have TikTok, you should go find my pastor. He's got such a good message. What is our TikTok? CORCC.WA, I think, or City of Refuge Christian Church in Washington. Like you guys should go listen to his message. I've been a Christian my whole life. I've gone to all these different churches my whole life, and I've never been to a church where I felt so fulfilled by the Holy Spirit as I do when I go to church with him, when I hear his message. He is so filled with the Spirit, and you can feel the Spirit in the atmosphere of the church. So we have Bible studies on Tuesdays, and you guys should, right now, our Bible study, it's not really a Bible study, but we're doing like spiritual intelligence. And then the next time we're almost done with this, but he just said on Sunday that we're going to be going over like learning how to live like in a prophetic spirit. And so I'm really excited for that because there has been so many things that has been happening. I can feel that like I'm growing in my faith and like my spiritual like awareness is growing. So, and my son also, he got baptized this past August. Thank you, Jesus. So if you guys are interested in going to the Zoom on Tuesdays at 7, Pastor would be so more than happy for you guys to join the Zoom because he says it's open for anybody that wants to come. And it's like you can come anywhere, even if you just want to listen. And so I will put our pastor's Zoom in here in the message, and that way you guys can like join in on Tuesdays because it's amazing. Like it's just crazy how much you receive from that and like how much you can grow spiritually from these meetings that we have. So anyways, if you guys are still listening to this, thank you. I appreciate it. Like I've been feeling lately like what is my purpose? Like what does the Lord have for me? Because I don't understand why the Lord is giving me these platforms just for, like, there's no reason why I just have a platform for no reason. So I feel like the Lord wants me to share these things. Like, trust me, I don't want to share certain things on my hair channel because me as a person feels like, great, I'm going to lose subscribers. People are here to watch about hair. They're not here to hear about God or whatever. But like the spirit part of me, like I know the Lord wants me to share these things. So I'm going to because let me tell you something. the Lord has been giving me dreams to like pray for people. And this is all just because of like growing spiritually at church or whatever. And this past summer, there's a boy on my son's football team, and I had a dream about him. He had hurt his ankle, and the Lord gave me a dream of him and me going up to him and praying over his ankle. And I was like, oh, Lord, you really want me to pray over his ankle? Like, I'm not confident in myself yet as a person to like just go up and pray for somebody, right? Like, there's been a few times here at work where the Lord will tell me to pray for somebody, or he has a message for someone and I'll give it to him. Like, but I'm worried like that they're not going to be happy with me. So when he tells me to pray for somebody, I'm kind of like, okay, Lord, if you want me to pray for them, then they need to like they need to come closer to me or whatever, or open the door for me to pray for them. And so he was tossing the football around with these boys, and like all of a sudden the football literally like bounced to my feet. And I was like, oh, I'm supposed to pray for him, Lord. Okay. Because I was like, Lord, if you want me to pray for him, have him come over to me. His football literally bounced to my feet, rolled over at me, and he came right in front of me. And I was still just too afraid. So, and he was wearing the exact same thing that he was wearing in my dream. So then I was like, oh my God, I know the Lord wants me to pray for him. So then after practice, like I told my son, like, hey, the Lord wants me to pray for him. Like, I'm asking you to pray with me, please, because like I just don't feel confidence in myself to do it. And so my son was like, okay, I'll pray with you. So we're walking, and I was like, okay, Lord, if like just open up the door for me to pray for him. I like walk up to my car, and he's literally standing right there next to me, and I'm like looking, I'm like, oh, okay, I gotta pray for him. And I'm like looking for my son, and when I look back, he's like already taken off in the car. So I felt like I missed my opening that the Lord wanted me to like pray for him. So I got in the car because my son had already walked to the car. I was sobbing, crying the whole way home. I was crying. I had never wept so hard. I was crying because I felt like such a failure that the Lord wanted me to pray for somebody, and I didn't do what the Lord had asked me to do. I've never in my life felt so like such a disappointment, and I know that the Lord is happy with me no matter what, but like I've just never felt like such a letdown, and like I've let the Lord down so bad. And so like it took me 2 weeks before, like if I was telling my pastor about that, or if I was telling, so like anytime I would talk about it, I would start crying again, because that feeling of letting the Lord down, I never want to feel that again. So now when the Lord tells me to do something, you can bet your behind that I'm going to do it. So anyways, that's what I'm sharing with you guys today on my YouTube, because the Lord wants me to. And also the Lord told me not to monetize my next video that I'm uploading, of the one that I'm doing of my hair, because it has, the whole time I was listening to Christian music and like worshiping the Lord, and I knew that if I like turned off the volume of the music, then I could be monetized. But if I had the music playing in the background, then it would turn off my monetization because of the music. So the Lord said to not have my video monetized, that way I can have the music playing and like have the worship going on in the background of my video. So I just want to the Lord told you to transition to a woman. Well, I don't know, Kate. I feel like that might be something between you and the Lord to have more of a conversation about, because the Lord made you who you are in completeness. So that's between you and the Lord, I guess. I know what my feelings are on that, but the Lord loves you no matter what. So anyways, I thank you guys so much for listening to this. All you guys that have hung on for this whole 30 minutes. But anyways, now that we've processed for a little bit, let's see what these look like. By the way, I don't know if that's trying to be like a little, you know how when you believe in the Lord and then other people will be like, oh, well, the Lord they try to catch you in something. So Kate, just to be honest, like I don't know if you're trying to catch me in like a debate or trying to get me to say something or that might go against you transitioning into a woman. Because my belief is that the Lord, you are the Lord's child, no matter what, no matter if you stay as who you are, no matter if you transition into a woman. I believe that the Lord loves you no matter what, no matter if you stay the same, no matter if you transition. Like I'm a trans Christian. The Lord told me to transition to a woman. Like I'm a trans Christian. I'm not sure what that means, but okay, yes. But why does it say the Lord told you to transition to a woman? I don't understand that. Anyways, no matter who you are, the Lord loves you. I can't stand people that claim to be Christian and then say that like God hates gays or God hates all these whatever. Like that is not true. Everybody's a child of the Lord. The Lord loves everybody. Everybody, no matter who you are, no matter what you are, the Lord loves everybody. So, anyways, I'm going to wash. Look at that. Okay, I'm gonna wash my hair before I fry my hair off. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you, Lord Jesus, for bringing all these people to watch my video, Lord. I pray that whoever is listening to this, if they have any questions, Lord, if they have questions about faith, about coming to you, Lord, that they can reach out to me on my Instagram if you guys want to, or you can leave a comment and I would be happy to have a conversation with you. Yes, Kate, I did my own hair. I recorded the service. I'm gonna upload, that will be my next video upload in the next day or two of the whole process of doing my hair. So thank you guys for watching. And also don't forget, if you have any questions about like the gospel of the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, if you guys have any questions or any concerns, if you need pray for anything or whatever, I don't care. You guys can message me on Instagram at Modern Blonde by Christy. I would be happy to have a conversation with you if you guys have any questions about faith, salvation, anything of the sort. So the Lord loves you, and so do I. And thank you so much for watching. If I use demi-permanent, it won't damage if I go over. Okay, so if you're still wondering about going darker on your hair, right, it's not gonna damage your hair, but you're still gonna have like a barrier of dark to lift through if you're wanting to go lighter again. So yeah, you can go darker, but just remember whatever dark you're putting on top of your hair, eventually when you want to go blonde, you still have to break through a little bit of a barrier. So just keep that in mind. So, all right, you guys, go follow me on Instagram if you don't, Modern Blonde by Christy, and then I will post my after for my hair there probably sooner than what you see it uploaded in the next few days on my YouTube channel. So, all right, I will see you guys later. Oh, wait, Christy, I have a daughter that is through all this and that and saying I need more information about him. I will travel to bring her. Don't know if I feel, let's see, what? Maura, I'm sorry, I'm not understanding what you're saying. I have a daughter that is through all this that you are saying I need more information about him and I will travel to bring her like a... I'm sorry, Mara, I'm not quite sure what you are talking about. But you can always, I'm not sure what your travel to bring your, are you talking about like, I'm not sure. Write out like a full comment, a full question, so that way I know what you are talking about. Root stretch with toner, clear, 723. I would be really cautious with some of those toners because they might be too, they could be very, very ashy. I would just use neutral. But anyways, I gotta go, else my hair is gonna fall out. So I will see you guys later. Thank you again for watching, and don't forget the Lord loves you. Okay, bye. Okay, what am I waiting for? Red. Okay, red retro max. What am I waiting for? Okay, wait. I'm waiting. What is the question? Bend over. Why do you want me to say that? I feel like okay. Are you happy now? Okay. I don't know what that was for, but I'm glad I made your day. So, bye. Okay. Okay, bye, you guys. Thank you again for watching. Which toner, just use, I don't know, because I don't know what you're wanting. I don't know what your hair has, and I don't know what your overall goal is. So that's hard to see. Hard to say. Just do like a 7N. I have no idea. 913, that's not going to do anything if you have a lot of yellow in your hair. If you have orange, just do like a 7, 8 through your roots and then comb it through, and that should help blend it. But it's hard to, I can't like suggest anything because I have no idea what your hair looks like and what you're wanting. So I can't really say anything for what to do with it for a toner. So anyways, I got to go because truly my hair is about to melt off. So, all right, bye you guys.